So surface tension is the concept now. Last remaining topic of this chapter. So it's one of the lengthy chapter. Okay. So surface tension. Okay. So let me draw one diagram. There is a surface and a liquid drop is there. Okay, let us take water itself, nothing to worry. A water drop is there. Okay, of course, water drop means drop. When we say drop, it has got its own shape, right? Like this. And I told you people, water drop, when it comes, when amount of liquid water is very, very minute, then it may have slightly this kind of what? Shape. Okay, here suppose you think about what is that? Angle of contact and all. Maybe it looks almost like obtuse, which doesn't serve. So let us imagine, okay, let us not think about the angle of contact and all here. Let us just take something like, what is that? Liquid which is actually in contact with the surface, like that we'll take. Okay, fine. So let us, okay, leave it, don't want water, any liquid, okay, whatever, any liquid, any kind of liquid. Let us not take exactly standard of water, because we know water will usually wet the surface. For diagram point of view, I have shown you like this. Okay, now what is this? Of course, I told you people that morning walk, suppose you go, or usually in rainy season, when you check different leaves of some plants, water will be actually in some drops shape. That means dew drops we say, right? That means they will be in shape of what? Spherical in shape. And because of their adhesive property, their upper part will be kind of part of sphere. Lower part will be exactly in contact with what? In contact with the leaves or whatever. Okay. You can see that on the glass mirror. Okay. If you have a mirror, just sprinkle some water on this and you closely have a look. Okay. You can see upper surface of the water will be having a curved shape, whereas lower will be plain, because they are in touch, they are in contact with the surface because of force of addition. And suppose you take a mirror and pour some amount of mercury, they will just randomly, they will move in the shape of sphere. That is different. Leave it. So now, I told you, wetting the surface, not wetting the surface, that is something which can be measured by angle of contact. And I told you people something like they attain the spherical in shape, all these things, correct? Force of addition, force of cohesive force, of course. So something which wets, something which doesn't wet, something which attains some kind of shape. How it attains such kind of shape is the question. Something, the liquid when it is in contact with the surface and the angle is acute angle, means of course we know yes. But still the upper part is actually curved, right? Why it is curved? Why it is not straight? Something like that. When you put a 1 drop of liquid on the surface, of course the liquid surface will be curved. When you put 1 liter of water on the surface, of course it just moves randomly, right? That means it flows, it wets the surface. There you cannot see because quantity of water is more. When you sprinkle water on the given surface, water will show some different kind of, interesting kind of characteristic, because they look like small spheres. Okay, that means half sphere, like semi-sphere we can say. Why it is? Because the water shows this kind of, water or any liquid shows this kind of characteristic because they have got something called surface tension. So what is surface tension? You know, there will be some internally generated force. Okay, something like this. Look at here. Internally generated force. See, the force moves upward as well as downward. So what happens when two forces try to move up and down together simultaneously? It becomes, or tries to become, in the shape of a sphere. Okay. Now let us see this universe. Right now we are in the galaxy called Milky Way. Correct? When you check the solar system, all the planets are in spherical shape. Moon also spherical in shape. Earth is also spherical in shape almost. Yes, of course, if you study very deeply means, of course, kind of elliptical it is. But celestial bodies, everything looks what? In spherical in shape, correct? Why everything is in spherical in shape? Why not cubical shape or no shape, something like that? Of course, asteroids and all, just leave it. Why? Because asteroids are actually because some dust particle kind of thing. Just don't take it as an example. Everything like comets, everything, all those things. Any celestial body, if you take satellites, that means natural satellites, something like that, everything is in spherical shape. Why? Because when there was a formation of this universe, we follow Big Bang theory, right? When it explodes, okay, I'll give you example. You take water, okay, just hold your hand like this, okay, and take water from a container. Thereafter, just sprinkle like this. Initially, when you are holding water in your hand like this, of course, a little amount of water will be there in your hand. When you sprinkle like this, what happens? Imagine you have kept nice surfaces, okay, red surface, glass surface, something like that, and you check. When you sprinkle and leave, they will spread, okay, like minute particles. And when you closely have a look there, the drops of liquid which was there as a unite thing, okay, now it is being shattered in small quantity, they will attain small spherical shape, correct? As water wets the surface, because of that it doesn't give you exact spherical shape, half spherical. Bottom part will be in contact, upper part will be small. See, you can just explain the Big Bang theory in your palm with little amount of water. When everything just being spread, what happens? They tend to maintain the minimum surface area concept. What is minimum surface area? The possible object or the shape which gives you for a given mass, okay, imagine 1 kg, 2 kg, whatever. For a given mass, the least surface area that can be attained by using a shape, that shape is always sphere. Okay, so sphere or spherical shape is the shape which gives least surface area for a given mass of a substance. That is why the entire universe, see, Big Bang theory, there itself it was known. Which one? Concept of surface tension. Okay, surface tension now we are discussing in what case? In case of what? Liquid or fluid mechanics. But everything like solids, liquid, whatever, it's a natural tendency in the universe that every object tends to gain or attain the minimum surface area, okay? But already rigid bodies, on the sense in the, what is that, rough surface, all those things, already they have been made, designed, so nothing can be changed. But when there is a formation of mass takes place, okay, by accumulation of different masses, usually they will go for the concept something called minimum area concept. That means it's a tendency, natural tendency. Okay, hope you understood now why celestial bodies are spherical in shape. Best example is take little bit of water in your palm, sprinkle. All the small sprinkle water droplets will look like what? Small half spheres on the surface. Same thing happens. Okay. So here water wets, that's why. Suppose it was mercury in your palm, sprinkle like this, they become like sphere. Randomly they will. Okay. Like that. Something called lead shots. Lead shots means, for example, like in ball bearing and all, like marble, right? Ball bearing you might have seen. Small steel balls will be there. Steel balls. Smaller, bigger, something like that. So, in machineries everywhere, these ball bearings are used. That lead shots, that means small spherical metallic sphere will be used. Millions of billions of manufacturings are being done. But do you think that that small sphere, minute, this one also being done by a person who will take some metal and he will start, okay, hitting from all the direction, and he will give a shape of a sphere, whether it is so? Okay, answer is not. They will use the concept of the surface tension. What they do know, molten metal will be there. Molten metal will be sprinkled. Okay, they will be sprinkled on surface of liquid. When they sprinkle the molten metal, molten state, they try to reduce its surface area because of concept of surface tension. So when they do that, they attain spherical shape. So once the molten metal falls on any cooling agent like liquid, what happens? They will solidify. Once they solidify, what happens? Of course, they will attain the exact clear spherical shape. So easily it will be manufactured, right? That lead shot, in the sense small steel balls. Okay. So hope you understood now. But universe and all, I have just given the example of water sprinkling and all. So don't think like that. Here water is something different. Universe made up of solids, that is different. But so universal tendency, object tends to minimize its surface area, correct? Here in liquid we are discussing what is surface tension. Surface tension means it's one of the characteristic of liquid. Okay, so characteristic of liquid, or you can say something like phenomenon also, no problem. Okay, so surface tension is a property. Okay, it's a property of liquid. We'll write down here. Property of liquid. Okay, property of liquid due to which, write down definition neatly. Okay, due to which what happens here, the liquid surface is there, right? Free surface of liquid, free surface liquid tends to minimize, or tends to have minimum surface area. Okay, tends to have minimum surface area and acts as stretched membrane. So this is the definition of surface tension. What is surface tension? Definition I have written here. In simple words, you can define like this. What is surface tension? It is a property of liquid which tries to minimize its surface area, and it behaves as a stretched membrane. Membrane means, of course, something which covers, correct? Stretched membrane, that means, look at here, some forces are being made, that means stretching. They are trying to stretch to attain minimum surface area so that it attains almost spherical in shape, correct? That is why like this, the liquid which is being placed, a small amount of liquid will have this kind of, so like this. Okay, water will have slightly different because they try to wet the surface, whereas I have taken something like this which has got, okay. So what is surface tension? The property of liquid to which free surface of liquid tends to have minimum surface area, acts as stretched membrane. So due to this, what happens? For example, imagine ant falls on water surface. Do you think ant will sink inside? Of course not. If you jump, of course we will, because our weight is very high compared to the surface tension. Surface tension means what? It's a force, which is the force which is exerted by the water for the bodies which is being contact with the water surface. Okay, so I can show you here. Imagine that this is an object. Okay, of course, when you put an object inside water, upthrust will be there, correct? Upthrust will be there. There will be some force like this, correct? I'll show using some other color. Some force will be there like this, correct? They try to push this away. That is nothing but the thrust we usually say for heavier object. But initially, what does water or the liquid will do is, the liquid will try to repel. But surface tension means what? It's a repelling force, because water will try to minimize its surface area, acts as a stretched membrane like this. Stretched membrane, if you try to do anything on the surface, it try to oppose. But usually the bulky object, macroscopic in a sense, bigger object, when you drop on the surface of liquid, of course it sinks inside, because water is not capable of executing the surface tension to that extent, because water has got surface tension very, very small. Okay, tension means what? Force itself. Okay, now imagine a small what is that? Needle is there, needle, metallic needle. Compare the density, water density and metallic density. You just place a needle on the water surface. Do you think it will sink? Of course no. Why? Because of the surface tension. Water is capable of holding it that, okay, on the surface. Why? Water already acting as a stretched membrane. It has got its own value. When you put more weight on the water surface, of course water cannot, so it will sink. Of course, while sinking, Archimedes principle comes, and principle of buoyant force also will come. That is different. Here we are discussing about a property of liquid which is very, very minute in magnitude. That means it doesn't have very good strength. So minute for all the liquid. But it's very important to understand. So what is surface tension? Property of liquid due to which free surface of liquid tends to have minimum surface area and acts as stretched membrane. Okay. Yes. So next, let us see. For example, you can write this as a definition. How to write? Let us see. So surface tension is equal to tangential force per unit length. Okay. Here I will write one more definition for sake of equation. Surface tension. Okay. Look at here. Here the diagram I have shown you, right? There will be some forces which is acting upward, downward like this, because they are trying to increase its bulgeness. In a sense, they are trying to reduce its surface area by attaining what? By attaining the spherical shape. So what is this? So surface tension is equal to, okay, equal to tangential force per unit length. Is also equal to, okay, is, hope you can see this, is equal to tangential force per unit length. This is the standard. See, in examination, define surface tension means this one is the definition. That is actually I am giving it for the sake of formula. Okay. So force per unit length acting normally on the either side of imaginary line. Okay. Unit length acting normally on the either side of the imaginary line, either side of the imaginary line drawn on the surface of liquid.